Government needs that money for more programs like Social Security and health care because it is the right of every American to live free and healthy and have their own house and have their own food. It is your right to eat and live. It is not your right to eat a healthy lifestyle and stay alive and quit smoking on your own. We as the government must take smoking out of the bars and out of the restaurants because you need to have a cup of milk every morning.
That's a mistake.
But Senator Clinton,
That's like the Bloomberg policy of health care.
That the programs
I want fatty foods. I smoke 3,000 packs of cigarettes a day, and I drink like a fish to water.
We have to make some significant changes, and I've told you where I would start from and what I would do, and I think it's a mistake to be negotiating over what you will give away.
I've already answered your question. I told you where I would start from and what I would do, and how dare you, Tim Russert, as a reporter, ask me any more questions. I'm completely hostile to you, and I will try to talk over you.
Over 400,000 Americans have premature deaths due to smoking or secondhand smoke. Senator Clinton, would you be in favor of a national law to ban smoking in all public places?
Well, we banned it in New York City,
when you're faced with a
and
tough
people
question.
thought it would be a terrible idea, and everyone was really upset about it. And actually,
Because I choose to smoke.
at a
It's none of
lot
your
of
business.
establishments like restaurants and other places,
Other places as bars?
more comfortable.
I understand if you want to take smoking out of restaurants completely. I understand that there's food involved, and if there's ashes, that's a problem. How do you logically take smoking out of bars? I've never seen anyone with a pack of cigarettes barrel into a family of 6.
I think that will give a
Never
lot of
seen it.
support to local
It is none of your
communities to
business.
make these what are essentially
If you make cigarettes illegal, that would be fine. Make it illegal. If it's so dangerous and horrible, make it illegal.
Not at this point. I think we're making progress at the local
Not
level.
at this point, because the American people would never stand for it, and I go with the American people because I don't have any actual standards, beliefs, that I try to either convince the American people or that I believe that my system of belief kind of is with the American people. I change with the American people. That's why I say things like, not at this time, meaning at a later date, if the American people will stand for it, I will do it.
In Chicago, in New York, in other major cities around the country.
In Ireland, they have banned smoking,
this is a public health
but
problem.
alcohol is still
Educating
legal.
the public on the dangers of secondhand smoking.
Don't get me wrong, I don't want
That
alcohol or
will
cigarettes
continue.
to be
As I
banned.
said,
I'm simply making a
we
point.
can't, provide
How is it that
these
within the
concessions at the local level, which would be
1930s,
unprecedented?
40s, and 50s, when everybody smoked and drank, we were tougher as a nation? We could fight Japan and Germany and Italy without, you dropped the ball on Japan and you went to the... We can't fight 3 countries at once. People are yelling.
Start smoking every day in this country. Okay, so Biden, God, Richardson. I did it in New Mexico. It's a national law. You said it in your bell. Wait a minute, I've been breathing in a lot of
Colonists,
smoke.
communists, fascists.
All right. So Biden, God,
Communists are fascists pretending to be there for the people.
Allison, you're up. Wait. And Edwards.
They run
And
shit.
Edwards.
They own shit. That's how that works. Drop your mic, man.
Susan Remickle of Canaan, New Hampshire, the mother of 2 young adult sons, believes that the legal drinking age of 21 is counterproductive and unrealistic, especially, she says, because we
Stop laughing.
at this age to make life and death
You
decisions
still look like a
in our
cold,
military.
calculated bitch.
Would you, as
Laughing
president,
doesn't help, but you
remove the
did it all
requirement that
weekend.
a state have a legal
Laughing.
drinking age of 21 in order to receive federal highway funds,
That's my
thereby
answer.
returning the drinking age back to
LOL.
states? Senator Biden.
Absolutely no, I would not. You've got to calculate the cost here. The cost of alcoholism in America, the cost of accidents...
Do you think that drug use would go down if you lowered the drinking age?
Astronomical. There are 300,000...
Why is it that you can enlist in the military at 18 to die for your country, but you can't drink until you're 21?
Women who are alcoholics while they're carrying those children...
We all understand the evils of alcoholism, and unless you make alcohol illegal, your regulations on alcohol drinking are ridiculous. Fuck ridiculous, they are ridiculous.
Counterproductive, I would not do that. And the last point I'll make is,
Because I personally think alcohol is evil.
how do you go out and negotiate, use health care and
all the
the
happy
Social
times
Security
alcohol
system as
is
a
for
negotiating
some of
tool
us.
to deal with the federal deficit? You're supposed to
The
lead.
problem with this
you lay
country.
out what you want to do. You're not
I drink so I
negotiating
beat my
yourself.
wife. I
You're
drink so I
negotiating
rape
to
the
protect
dog. I
system.
drink so I
And you
put the
can't use
children in a
system as a
pot of
negotiating tool
boiling water and
about
cook them and ate them.
anything
No, you're a
you
dick.
can't
It has nothing to do with the
suggest
booze.
that
You're a fucking
somehow
dick.
lowering the
I drink
drinking
all the
age to
time.
18 is going to make anything better
All the
in
time.
America.
as often as I
I'd like to hear
can.
from a few more of you on this. If you could keep it to 30 seconds, Senator
I don't
Dodd.
see me
No, I agree with Joe.
doing
Look, the
stupid
problems
shit.
associated with alcohol are significant in our country. The evidence is overwhelming. And
It
the
doesn't
idea that
matter,
the drinking
the
age,
problems
we
of
know that-
alcohol.
And that age group here...
Enough of your government regulations. You have a problem with alcohol, you legalize it. Otherwise, stop
in this country, many of them because
putting
of
up
use of
regulations.
alcohol. But let me also add here as well on that smoking issue because it is important. And it's
18 you
related.
can vote.
The
18 you should be
3,000
allowed to
young
drink.
people starting to smoke every single day. One of the major causes of the health care issue, Tim, that you're raising earlier, and Medicare, is because of chronic illnesses associated with things like smoking. So the idea that we wouldn't draft a national law to stop this in public places is one of the things you're going to have to do
How
if
do
you're
you,
going to deal with
how do you
rising
ban
healthcare.
smoking in a
Thank you,
public
Senator.
place? What gives you the right in a public place? In a public place, I can protest. In a public place, I can do pretty much as I please. It's the last bastion of freedom is a public place. I can stand there and do nothing if I so
think what you
please.
need, though, is a dual approach. Yes, we need to have strong law enforcement against DWI, against so many other law-related issues.
How are we supposed to get
But you also
home?
have to have
You
treatment.
take the
You have to
bus.
have substance abuse treatment. You have to have education. You have to have rehabilitation. And the federal government to the states
Federal
is
government
not,
will provide rehabilitation for
providing the
cigarettes.
resources and the leadership that we need. So just as much as
Because it is up to the federal
lower
government to
the-
stop
the
alcoholics.
drinking age, you have to have more of a national commitment. to
Where's the first rule of being
rehabilitation
alcoholic? The rules
and
that I
to
never listen to
research.
because I never
We
go.
need to
You
have
have to
more
admit you're an
research
alcoholic.
for-
But how will you do that if the
for
government doesn't
cancer,
tell you
for
you're an alcoholic?
stem cell
Because you need
research,
government
for heart disease.
rehabilitation.
We're a nation. Let me just make one final point.
We are a
We
great
spend
nation.
$6 billion on cancer research. That is 2 weeks of the Iraq War. That shows the mistaken priorities that we have in this country.
That's right,
Look at the
because
time, is there
if we
anybody
lose the Iraq
from
war
Obama
and we
down
lose
to
against
the
Al-Qaeda and the
drinking back
jihadists,
to 18.
then this country won't be here.
We'll fight and die for this country.
That's right.
Should be able to drink.
Thank you.
Kucinich, Congressman Kucinich, you said yes.
I think that not only about service, but we have to have
I think it should be up to the
confidence in young
military.
Americans. And a president who reaches out to them and talks to them about drinking responsibly is much better than a president who tells
don't
them
need
thou
civilians
shalt
telling
not.
the military
Because young
when they
people
can and
will do
can't
what they
drink.
do. But they're looking for leadership from a president.
Military
I'm ready to
wants to let
provide
people
that
drink, that's
leadership.
fine. I think they
Of course,
should.
they should be able to drink at age 18, and they should be able to vote at age 16.
Obama, Edwards, Clinton are all
Oh,
no.
God,
18.
no.
Well, no. What was the question? Lower the drinking age to 18. I would not. Okay. We're going to take a break and come back with our lightning round. 30
Why are we coming back? What is the purpose of this?
Never got to the real round.
What's the point? Why would we come back? Can we just turn off the lights?
The Democratic
Nobody home.
presidential candidates debate presented
Is
by
brought to you by
Liberty
tyranny
Responsibility. What's your
And
policy?
stop.
This is the kind of music that people listen to when they're home. I don't have to put hip-hop into my ads, or hard rock music, or country. Cause people listen to this kind of music all the time.
They call it Liberty Mutual.
The City 101.9 New York State gas station has the highest ratings of all
Liberty
time.
Mutual.
You don't even know what people listen to.
This is what a healthcare crisis looks like to the American Cancer Society. People with cancer,
Poor
but
people.
without insurance.
Cancer. Poor people.
Countless
Dead
others with
people.
insurance,
Cancer.
just not enough to cover something as devastating
Not
as
enough.
cancer.
Government needs them. We need more of your
We're
money.
making progress, but it's
Come
not
on.
enough if
Give
people
us
don't
more
have
of your
access
money.
to the care
It's
that could
your
save their lives.
responsibility to care for these
Together,
poor, sick and
we can
dying
change
children.
that.
Hey, where are those children that are from Africa with that old bald fat guy?
Cancer.org.
Let's
This
get some of that.
is the American Cancer Society.
Cancer Society.
Are you easily distracted? Avoiding others
For a price of coffee a day.
You may be.
Where are those commercials from the Democratic Party?
A collection of coins.
You there in your
Now
air-conditioned home.
Genuine United States Mint coins.
I quote,
like the
I may quote
presidential
Sam
$1
Kinison.
coin proof.
Come to where the food is! You live in the fucking desert! Nothing grows here! Ah!
Work for you.
I can't do the scream. I actually live in a residential neighborhood.
Genuinely
You
worthwhile.
wouldn't know that from most of the videos.
What if your moisturizer could treat the cause of aging, not just the signs?
If my moisturizer could cure the cause of aging, I wouldn't do it, because aging is a natural part of human living, and I wouldn't do it. I want actually a product that makes me look older. Do you have any of those?
Only from L'Oreal.
People are smart. They know
Well,
that
the
there are
commercial back
experts
it off.
who can help prevent a problem. They should call them. So if your adjustable rate mortgage will soon climb to a much higher payment, call Ditech and lock into a
You know,
low
I'm gonna
fixed rate
suck my
payment now.
mortgage. Basically,